Alright folks, welcome to league number 3 of the day. And we're going back to the first, to the league that we started the stream with, so the very first one. There were a couple of things that I did not like about the other list, so I'm gonna give this a shot again and see how it plays out. Blue green is pretty weak. I think it could use some support. Yeah, like that color combination is unplayable in modern. Supporting black cards are better at being proactive than white cards, and modern is a format that rewards proactive deck building. That's a way to put it, yeah. Nikachu's about to click my door down. Oh, I always make fun of Nikachu about this. Don't worry about it. He knows. He knows it's in good fun. But I've been making fun of Merfolk to Nikachu for a while. It's kind of a meme at this point. In fact, I made a post yesterday on Twitter and I tagged him. I went to Goldfish, and in Goldfish right now there are 5 results for oh, we're playing against G hash. Damn it. Well, I guess I'm keeping this. So I think like Titan Vial had like 9 results or something. Sorry, 6 results or something, and Merfolk had 4. Or like 5 and 4 or whatever. Like something like that. And I tagged him. It was hilarious. Is Grant still on Bant trained Binder? No, he's been doing really well with like Shadow Udo deck, which is hilarious. This looks like Grixis, however. This certainly looks like Grixis. They got my knight, which sucks. It seems like an angler. Yeah, so they're just playing like good old Grixis Shadow. Not missing land drop is clutch. Have I played against it? Giant Prowess deck? I played it against it twice in the prelim earlier. No, I have not played against it. I'm not gonna play around K command. Now the question is, do we attack or not? I think that we do, and we're very sad if Grant finds a shadow. I cannot tell you how sad we're gonna be, but I just want to make sure that if we find a Valakut, that we are in fine shape, you know, that we can actually pressure Grant. Hardcast Dismember on my Dryad. So this sucks. This sucks if I top deck a Titan. But it's fine otherwise. Fuck. Alright. So now we have to top deck Golos. Even it's not that good. Yeah. Path, purge. These can go. Do we want to Rasta in this matchup? I think I like Thalia. They don't really have any good ways of punishing me. I don't think I want to Rasta. beat Baco with main deck relics. Nice. What is the better support color? The one with black is the more powerful color overall. No. Thoughts is clean push Inquisition is why black isn't the worst color. The thing that white is better than black right now. Have I considered or tested Chameleon Colossus in the deck? No. No, I have not. I don't think that... The problem with Colossus is that it's a little bit too narrow. And I don't think that Shadow is popular enough to warrant Colossus at this point in time. How about Renegade Valiers? What do you want to get back? Lance? Red has prowess, yeah. Colossus also dies in the Jund matchup, Julian. Yeah, also I don't need a card against Jund. I think our Jund matchup is very good, so. Thank you for that follow. Sharpie and shiny. All right. What do we get here? I think I'm gonna get Ewit. Tier 1 deck that runs red. I wonder what that could be. So I probably want to purge the Shadow right now. Because like they are one dismember away from the Shadow growing out of control, so Shadow is easier to answer for us, but I mean, we're still fine here, huh? Just Ewit back the Purge. Purge the Angler. Grant is kind of stuck on mana. We get punished if they have a Shadow, but they don't. Sick. That's really tempting. I'm hoping that they don't have Disdainful Stroke and they have Aethergust or some stuff like that instead. Alright, sick. Game number 3. Probably 28 lands, no vials. It's gonna be better. I'm letting him use his mana, but like the upside is just so damn high. I think we have to risk it. So I'm just gonna get pushed now. I'm gonna be very sad, but oh, dismembered even worse. But yeah, the problem is that we had the flagstones, right? So it's pretty rough that we have to main phase path, but it's okay. Interesting pickup. I think we have to path first. We have to set up shop. Here's Thalia. Here's Reclaimer. Let's go. So they have to have a removal for the Reclaimer, right? Because right, Courser, hook me up here. There we go. Good Courser. Good Courser. Who's a good Courser? Who's a good Courser? Definitely not blocking here. Exposes the Courser to a lightning bolt. Man, this is really interesting. Do we go for Gargaroth? Golos. Primetime. All of these are good options. I think I'm gonna go for Golos. Because it doesn't get gusted. No attacks because I don't want to grow his shadows. Sick. Now we have access to the purge, so we probably don't care too much about growing the shadows. Suspect he might have another, maybe, oh, maybe he has another K command. Yeah, this was a punt. Or that. Alright, that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. Alright, let's go, baby. Sumbos. Shadow. And shadow. Something good? What can he have for 5 mana? For 3 mana, sorry. It has to kind of be Mana Leak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think that he has Stroke. Because of how last game played out. I think we're just gonna jam. I think we're just gonna jam. I think we're just gonna jam here. Alright, so that should be enough to take this one home. So we get Field plus Vesuva on Field. Sounds legit. I wanna blow up his lands. GG's, Grant. GG's, my friend. Should we start Moto? Nah. Moto can handle it. No, it's super laggy. Alright, so I'm gonna restart Moto real quick. We'll be back in a second. Is this great waiting music or what? Okay, let's go. Ten out of 10. Thank you, Roy. Like that was all that I needed. All the approval that I needed. That was it. Imagine playing Magic with art. Noobs. Not all lands are colorless, that's true. Dread Arbor is green. No, I think Ascanta is colorless. Poor Affinity. Remember Affinity? Oh man. I remember. I remember playing against an Affinity opponent in GP Austin, and my opponent kind of tilting a little bit because they made a... I think they didn't play around at Rexage. I don't remember anymore how it was, but it's pretty funny. Wow, I cannot believe how annoying this is. I think that was a mulligan, but I'm honestly not sure because I don't know what that hand looked like actually. Oh my, this is like the most awkward thing ever. I guess I'm gonna bottom the redundant Thalia, but like, what the hell? I didn't realize if DJ had a hard mode. This is my alternate account. That's what it is, chat. This is actually my alternate account. Where I have all my alters, you know? Brutal. That's what happens when you win too many decks with decks that don't make sense. Well, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. We're totally gonna draw. We're gonna draw a Reclaimer right now. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look, it's okay. Well, next turn at least we get to Vial in Courser, so it's not the end of the world. Skirk Prospector. So my opponent does not really have good attacks here. And now all we're looking for is a green source, so we can call for Dryad and we're gonna be in good shape. Chat on screen has also stopped working. Ha! Interesting. Wait, is this a combo? This is not a combo, right? No, this is a combo, right? Alright, we fixed the issue. Let's see if we can finish this game. Or play this game at least. Apologize for the technical difficulty, but sometimes my internet decides to be an idiot. This is pretty rough. So here they can make infinite mana, right? Jess Artori, thank you for the follow. Man, we're just a green source away from being fine. How do they win? I think I have to blow up this last zone, right? I think we just have to blow up this last zone here. It destroys your own Vial, obviously, which sucks. But we're still one green source away from casting anything anyway. It would be great to have access to this tracker, but this brings us both back to level 0. So I think it was just necessary for us to blow up the Vial there. Sick. That's exactly what I needed. I think we just pass here. We call on end step for Dryad. And then that fixes all of our mana problems and we start triggering Valakut. So we're fine. So unless we get comboed out right now. We probably need to get comboed out right now because we're gonna kill the Grum Gully. Making opponent's life total 0, it's normally how Goblins win. Yeah, but they have a combo, right? Like with this plus this plus this, they can sacrifice this infinitely and they and they make infinite mana, right? So I was trying to figure out what the actual win, like what the actual kill is. Yams, how's it going? So we're gonna call for Dryad here. Sure. Gonna kill the Grunguli. So if I attack with Thalia, even if they double block, I think I'm happy trading with any of these creatures. So this is fine. I went and killed this one because it feels like the one that they're gonna have the least copies of. Between this and Prospector. Yep. So we just have to find lands. As long as we hit our land drops, we're gonna win this game pretty handily. We just have to hit land drops. That's the name of the game here. Alright. Any land on top of my deck. Any land whatsoever. No, actually, they could have double blocked with both Matrons, and that could have been problematic, but... Alright, so we're probably dead here, I assume. Too bad. We had almost figured it out, but we just drew blanks. Just gonna have 6 here, so my opponent gets to make infinite mana. We just have nothing? Alright, give me any land, please. Any land! Yes! It's actually a really good land, even. I was so excited I forgot to float mana, but that's fine. Kill that. Alright, so Gobos again. We get this, we get this. And I think this version of Goblins that actually does not play. It doesn't play Blood Moon or anything like that, so one night is probably fine if I need to blow up a Vial, but do you think Great Troll is a safe unban? No. No. Please don't make me play against Grave Troll again. Did you play when they have banned Grave Troll? Were you playing Magic at that moment, like 3 years ago or something? I don't remember how long it was, but were you playing at that point? It was fucking miserable. Like, that card is a lot more busted than you think it is. Until you see it in action, you cannot really understand how busted that card is. And then you see it in action and you're like, how is this okay? And the truth is that it isn't. Would love to see a white source. Nice little way to... Snoopy. Hell yeah, my opponent knows what's up with the correct Snoopy art. Okay, so they can play Matron here, or they can combo us out. I said nice, the correct Snoopy art, my opponent says the only one. Alright, so they just got it. Show me the Kiki Jiki. I think this was very, very much a keep. We have a Vial that we can start uptaking, and like just a white source gives us access to all of our all of the interaction that we want. So 100% worth keeping that hand. It didn't pan out. Maybe it would have panned out on the play. No, I guess it wouldn't have worked out on the play either. When friends talk about this deck, they're referring to Modern Maverick. Then they have not played the deck and they have no idea what they're talking about, Bernardo, because it's not Maverick. Keep. But yeah, if you have played Maverick in Legacy, it has nothing to do with this deck. Maverick is a deck built around Mana Dorks and Wasteland. Knight of the Rollercore is a 4-off in Maverick. It's barely a 1-off in this deck. And it's definitely a flex slot. So yeah, there's multiple reasons why this deck is not Maverick, and it's not even close. Okay, so they got the Purge, which probably... So sick. The Purge probably means that my opponent has... what's his name here? So I'm going to play to my outs, which is to sack Flagstones, go get probably... This is going to get me up to 3 lands, 4, 5. And if we find any land, then we're going to be able to... I guess it has to be an untapped land, never mind. But I'm dying to this Snoopy anyway, so... So I think I'm going to sack this for Valakut. And then we need to find any untapped land off the top. Any untapped land allows me to stabilize. That also counts, I guess. I think I do want them to draw the Vial because it's pretty bad here. So I'm gonna have them draw the other Vial. And I guess I path now. Because I actually don't want them drawing the Snoopy. Yeah, man, I guess our opponent knows what's up. They have the correct Snoopy art and everything. Nothing but respect for my opponent. Right? People of culture have the correct Snoopy art. I think my opponent might be considering killing, using a munitions expert to kill the Reclaimer here. I guess they opted not to. Almost never lost to Goblin combo while playing Prowess is pretty squishy to remove. Yeah, Death Penalties. I think that Prowess is literally Goblin's absolute worst matchup, so not too surprising that you've had good success. Okay, so opponent declined to search. They declined to search, which is extremely interesting. Because they want to draw the Snoopy that's on top. That's pretty good. All right, so they're gonna draw the Snoopy here. We're not gonna get priority before they get to play their first dude. That's okay. We do have the path if we need to, though I would of course much rather get Elvish Reclaimer going. That's weird. Collected Company. That is my opponent's secret tech. Collected Company. So they have to, if they have the dude, they have to kill my Reclaimer right now. Which they do. Annoying, but it's okay. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I think I'm gonna pass right now. They're probably gonna not draw. Not decline to search. Path Knight of Autumn. Yeah, maybe that might have been better. I'm not sure though. So this actually is lethal. So this forces my opponent to... Oh no! This is not lethal. I thought this was a Titan for whatever reason. I messed up here. I should have gotten Celestial Sanctuary. So if they find a Grum Gully or whatever, or Munitions Expert, this is bad for me. Okay, so they found the Grum Gully, which is really annoying. Okay, but that's not the end of the world. So we get to kill the Munitions Expert. This is actually going to be coming back just the same. And... Now we pass. Down to 1 card in hand. Down to a single card left. Down to a single card left. Let's see if I can die from here. They don't have a sack outlet, so they need to have sack outlet plus whatever it is that they need. So they're gonna upkeep Harbinger. And they're gonna draw Sling Gang. Oh, we're dead. Could we have played around this? Not, right? No, there was nothing to play for us to play around here. If I had gone in Sanctuary, I could have gone to kill the Putrid Goblin. Yeah, I mean, we could have been fine if I had drawn lands. But I missed a land drop in a key turn. And then I ended up losing. Feels bad, man. No, they were at 9. Yeah, I would have actually killed them. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, if I had gotten Sanctuary, we would have killed them. I just punted. I had a brain fart. I thought that we were. My thought was I was gonna get Valakut plus Sanctuary, and I just had a brain fart, and I thought for whatever reason that I was resolving a Titan trigger instead of the Golos trigger. Feels bad. Pasa en las mejores casas. Gracias, papá. Gracias. This hand is nice at least. Turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Thalia. Call is not an insane draw, but guess we'll take it. Turn 1 Wooded Foothills, pass. Dredge. End of turn fetch for a basic forest. Color me confused. Ooh. Well, this matchup sounds atrocious. Wow. Remember when people played this deck, chat? Remember when this was something that people actually played? Scape Shift. A really long time ago, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so we can go squatter ourselves to call for. Oh, fuck. I can go squatter myself to go get another Thalia. Playing against the better Titan deck. Is that something I should do? Just go squatter myself to go get Thalia? I think I'm gonna do that. Go squatter, get a forest. Call. Like there clearly is a reason why they bolted my Thalia there. I think that they just have a pact for Titan, which means that we're probably going to be dead next turn. Blast Zone. Oh, just fucking dead. So I think that they have packed for Titan. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Or just straight up Scape Shift, that's another option. Yeah, they just have Scape Shift, yeah. Alright, this matchup seems completely miserable for us. Tickets, you're gonna need to do a lot of work for me, my friend. You're gonna need to do a lot of work for me. I don't think I should even bring this thing. Yeah, I think we just present as is. Gargaroth seems really bad though. I don't want too many paths, but maybe a couple of them is fine. The point is in a turbo deck, I'll go down. Yeah, those usually don't. Those usually go hand in hand. Like that repeat. If your opponent's playing Meld, it's the same situation. Like a deck being good has nothing to do with it, with you having a good matchup against it. So those are not mutually exclusive things. No, Karn wouldn't. This deck does not want to cast Karn, and it doesn't fix any of the problems that the deck has. So no, I'm not interested at all in Karn the Great Creator. Which is having some fun. Oh yeah, no, it's okay, but maybe as this deck increases in meta share, this deck becomes more playable. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know. Brutal. I think we just have to tell you though. Slow my opponent down. So we might never be able to cast this Vial. Yep. I think we are on the never cast Vial plan here. Let's get a Plains, play Dryad. Do this, say go. Next turn we can cast Golos, which is nice. Is a bonus Scape Shift? Yes. Hard for me to hear that Scape Shift is unplayable because always was playing really hard about 66% win rate. Yeah, I mean, you can. It depends on so many things, right? It just depends on so many things. That really fucking sucks. Alright, so this should put me in a good situation if I get to untap, which is not very likely. Opponent fetches for no reason. Alright, so now I think we might be okay, because now they can at least play one more land, which can be a Valakut, and they maybe kill something or not. Okay. Phew. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, Valakut. Pink here. Oh, CS always healed. Fetch. For something. Pink here. Play land. Ping you. Fetch. Ping you. Play land. Ping you. Etc. 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 Did you see Sam's article finally? It went free sometime. Yeah, I read it. I read it. Yeah, it's funny how the way that he was talking about the deck, the way that he is probably one of the few people that actually I have seen that actually understood the deck straight away, which I thought was cool. Sam Black is a smart fella. I think this is it. So yeah, so like the way that he understood the deck and how he was suggesting that the deck move forward is exactly the same way that I would suggest that the deck move forward, which is nice. Because a lot of people misunderstand is the correct thing to say. A lot of people misunderstand how the deck works. We're gonna keep this for sure, and I think we're gonna bottom Field of the Dead. Because I'm low-key interested in calling for ramming up. Another Steve. Okay. Move this up to 2. Ewit, that's interesting. Well, my opponent missed the land drop there, so I am 200% going for the Call for Steve plan here. Call for ramming up, sorry, is what I meant. Could some money convince you to juggle on stream? I don't know how to juggle. So sorry. So they have double green already, so I'm just gonna go after the Valakut. Okay, so if they have a mountain, just a bolt. Steve, well, this is fine. Anger of the gods, brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I forgot to play my Aether Vial. I'm stupid. That was a really stupid thing to be doing. Yeah, because I just brain farted. That's why I didn't play the Vial. I should have. 100% should have. Land. Oh, hanging by a thread. Hanging by a thread. This time around I did not play the Vial on purpose because I wanted to see what happened here, see what we drew basically. Oh man. A witness, get back tech edge. Say yes, play tech edge. Okay, depending on what happens here, I'm gonna be on the path my own Eternal Witness plan, so I can set up a guaranteed Titan for next turn. Any land? Knight of the Reliquary. Okay. No. Any land? Blast Zone. So I like this because this allows me to hold up we can do Valakut Sanctuary. Kill here. Always yield. We cannot actually set up lethal, unfortunately. One. So we're gonna have to play. Do this, and now we vial in the other Dryad. We play, we kill their second Dryad, and now we have Tech Edge available. So I'm at 25, opponent only has access to 6 lands, no Dryad, no Prismatic Omen effect, and I have a Tectonic Edge in play. So I think that we locked it up. I think that we locked it up. They have a Titan, but they cannot trigger Valakut, so this should be lethal for us. Our Titan attack is going to kill my opponent. This is going to make all the field tokens fizzle. And now we're going to set up a lethal attack. This stays on 3, so we can use units to speed if we need to. I'm gonna kill their Titan for value. All right. Triple matchup, win anyway. I'm into it. I'm into it. Let's go. Let's go. This back and now it's in chat. Stupid math. Get out of here, math. But cast room main deck? No. It's dead in too many matchups. No bad matchups, hell yeah. We can even put a thinking. There we go. Thinking no bad matchups. Lurrus of the Dream Den. We're on the draw. Sure. Vial did God's work that game for real, right? Imagine that people want to cut Vial for stuff like Ren and 6. Inspiring Vantage. Oh, just Lurrus burn. Double call, so we can call for Courser and we can also call for. We might even want to call for Thalia if we want to, which is an interesting concept. We could also call for Knight of Autumn. Swift Spear. Lava Spike. Yeah, so this is just like straight up burn. And they have a pretty reasonable hand over there. Two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. So we can make a 3/4 reclaimer here, which is hilarious. Let's fucking go. We died to triple bone spell, but this is just too much value to let pass up, you know? Call for 1 mana Tarmogoyf. Easy. I guess we want to kill the Gobbo because it's the guaranteed most damage. If they have Syrian Blaze, we probably lose, but so I'm gonna block the guaranteed 2 damage. Skullcrack. Okay, down to 2. Not a bad draw. Not a bad top deck there. It's unfortunate that we couldn't really activate main phase there, unfortunately. Lurrus in hand. Got it, champ. Flagstones. Sack, that's 4. We can get castle. And with any untap land, we can cast Titan. Alternatively, we can gain 2. Or we can Flagstones, because we can call for Knight of Autumn. We have to keep that in mind. They have a Radiant Fountain here. Maybe this is the coward play. It was the coward play. Can I serve? Can go with Valakut, set up Titan for next turn. We might just win this game, which is insane. I think we're gonna win this game. Another Swift Spear. Now this is just messed up now. Okay, so this is perfect. Now we have perfect info, basically. They bubble themselves, which is not a good play. So there's nothing they can play. That being the case, I'm just going to take the better line, which is to do this. Block, block. Then we sack here. Go get Valakut, kill the other one. Oh my god, I love this deck so much. I love this deck so much. I love this deck so much. Knight of Autumn. I love this deck so freaking much. I guess that we just have lethal with this prime time. Valakut Sanctuary. Pew pew pew. I love how there's a conversation going on in chat that I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea about what's going on in chat. It's fine though. I'm not jealous. You chat can talk about anything that you want to talk about. That game was sick though. So sick. So sick. I think I don't want Arasta actually, and I think I don't want Eidolons on the draw. On the play they seem like they're gonna be moderately disruptive, so I'm kind of into it, but on the draw it seems like they're not gonna be disruptive enough. Magus and you are in the Mox thing this weekend. Nice. Nice. You folks are the real heroes. Can I keep this hand? YOLO. Gonna YOLO this hand. Seal of Fire. Easy. I guess it makes sense for them to play Seal of Fire if they're playing Lurrus. You're too good, Magus. Magus too good. You just did nothing on turn 2. Wild. Boom, let's go. Today you played Titan Palace, sucked, I went 2-3, I won the money bag. Well, maybe you should stop sucking. Maybe you're the one to suck, Magus. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, that's how it's done? I mean, you let me go there. You actually let me go there. If you didn't want me to go there, why did you let me go there? You see what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna lead on Thalia actually. I could lead on Core. The problem with playing Core is that it plays into my opponent's their potential path to exile, which they very likely have access to. So here I'm forcing the Seal of Fire on the Thalia, which means that the Reclaimer survives. What do I think is the weakest color in Modern? Black or white? Are we gonna have that same conversation again? I I think it's one of those colors. How will we put it there? It's either black or it's white. What are we gonna get here? Actually gonna get a fountain. Okay, so trigger on the stack. Boom, let's go. Vial up, vial up. Ooh, hello there. Activate this, Thalia, let's go. Night aspiring my gooses. Good night, Rev. Good night. May the Magoose be with you. That's pretty good. So if they path the Gargoyle, that means that they don't path the Core Firewalker, which means that we continue to gain life. I'm kind of blown away that we did win game 1. That was really, really impressive. Also, they path the Core Firewalker, so that means that they don't answer the Thalia, which means that they're still getting taxed pretty hard. Now if they answer the Gargoroth, which they probably might have an answer to, I would assume. So this is the 4 going up to 5. 3 is going to stay on 3. Yeah. A mighty band, love to check it out. So yep, this is my band from back in the day. Check it out there. They kind of have to use removal to, wow, they killed. Okay, so they need to have a removal for the Reclaimer, otherwise the Reclaimer just goes off. Yeah. All right, so they are down to 1 card and they still have the Lurrus. Sure. So in love with my accent, especially when I say the word good. Nice. Glad to hear. Or should I say good to hear? Good to hear. All right, so always no, always no, always yield. All right, not bad. The question now is, I think I just hold the Sanctuary in hand. It's gonna be a lot better if I manage to draw a Dryad. DIY Bitter Blossom that does not take my life. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, but now they're gonna play the Lurrus and they're gonna get Seal of Fire going, so they're gonna be able to keep up with my DIY Bitter Blossom. Just kind of annoying. So we still need to draw something. The good thing is that we have a lot of things that we can draw that kind of just win on the spot here. Dryad wins, Titan wins. We have many things to just win. Something good, please. Well, hello. Wujuki Bog would have also been a fine draw. So we have a repeatable engine, but so does my opponent, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so that's their seal. Bobble. Okay. So if they attack with Lurrus, we get them. And we're trading anyway, so of course I'm gonna game 4. So my opponent's probably gonna try to do this. I think that anything that they can do here, like if they could answer my knight, they would have been able to regardless. The only exception would have been Seal of Fire, so I think that making it 2-1 is basically always correct. But now that we were able to answer the Lurrus, I think we're gonna be fine. Oh, yeah. No, they concede because they know what I drew because of the bubble. That's hilarious. All right, 3-1. Last match of the day. Bog good versus Burn. Imagine somebody saying to you a year ago that you still want to draw Bog in this matchup. Yeah, I mean, it was still like not the worst a year ago or maybe 2 years ago because of Green Lava Man. So the Lava Man would kind of mess things up a little bit there. And maybe Bog could have been okay, but like from between okay and saying good, that's a stretch. You know what I'm saying? $2020 when every deck is a graveyard deck. Precisely. Fetch Cavern? No, there's no Cavern in the deck. Unfortunately, Cavern does not really work in this deck. My original list actually had 2 Caverns. And it ended up being awful. Playing Vial through Mana Leak here. Like to think I just didn't try hard enough. Could be. Who knows? It's not like you've been here almost every day, Stabs, right? to see what I've been doing and what I haven't. Wall of Omens. One, two, three, four, five. Awful draw. I really wanted this card to remain in my deck. Awful draw. So we're gonna start triggering field now. Pirate Metal. I still would not bog this, I don't think. Can wait for the day we need a mana and you Vesua to copy your opponent's Vestige. Damn. Sounds delightful. Field of the Dead. Cute. My opponent wants to play a Field of the Dead fight. Chat, can you believe that? They want to play a field fight. Cute. Opponent thinks they're a field deck for real, right? Seems like a losing battle for them. Yes, it is. It definitely is. That's a Teferi. So we're gonna get to kill Teferi here before my opponent gets to path. Tekich, Rasta, and I think they have none of their stupid cards, right? So they're just like Bant, Uro nonsense. I'm gonna need Miss Nylia. Kill it with the Valkyries before they untap. Yeah, we couldn't kill them because they were at 12. No, we could kill them. We could go Scotter ourselves. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Magus. I missed lethal there. It's okay. Like I think we still had. Yeah, you're right. You're right. When they tapped out, I should have done what I ended up doing basically. But it was. Oh, I actually do like Eidolons in this matchup. I actually do like Eidolons in this matchup, so. And I definitely like Eidolons better than Knight of Autumn. Whoopsies. We might have to go to 5 here, I think. Shit. These hands suck. That 6 wasn't that bad. Yes, it was. Like, I need to get under my opponent's deck, right? If my play is turn 3 do something, my opponent mana leaks it, my opponent romance it, etc. Like I'm just playing into their game plan. What I am good at doing is at getting under their game plan thanks to Reclaimer and Aether Vial, right? But if my plan is to start casting stuff on turn 3, then my opponent is better. Like that's my opponent's game plan. That's what they want me to do. So if I am playing into their game plan, I don't think that's a winning hand. You know my opponent? All right. I do cut all those counter spells. I doubt it. Huh. Was I supposed to not play Steve here and instead... go for Call for Thalia? Nah. Call for Raminab, I guess. Okay, so and we need to start getting lucky here. So I need to find a land here off the top. Very unlucky. Very, very unlucky. That's a problem. Yeah. So I think we're gonna lose this one. Mull to 4, and we kept a clunky hand because this is what we had. We were lucky enough to find a turn 1 Vial, but... Interesting that they allowed me to get value from Courser. Maybe their only answers are just like paths. They didn't want to path my dudes. The fairy is real fucking scary. Very scary. Mind Sculptor. Where is the biggest draw in their deck, by the way? Already get destroyed by Blood, but I can't line up for a Boros. Yeah, I mean, It's cute, right? When you don't draw lands. But like, does that ever happen that you make it to the late game and you don't have lands? Like if you make it to the late game, you have like a Teferi or a Jace going or stuff, you know? I could go for a Titan, but I kinda don't want to. Growth Spiral. So they're probably gonna path the Dryad here. Hopefully they path the Courser. Okay, so we're just gonna have to vomit our hand, unfortunately. We're gonna get to recoup. We're gonna get to recoup, so that's good. And if we spike a Valakut here, that would be insane. Let's try to Laxac. Valakut. Never lucky. All right, so we have two redraws at a land, specifically Valakut. But what this allows me to do is to not overextend into a verdict. Trying to keep Teferi away from ult. I could have played another Dryad and get one, basically draw a card and get another clue. I think this is fine though. But they didn't path the Dryad last turn, so I have to, like, they're probably like 200% to have a verdict here. This was a multi-4? Yes, this was a multi-4. Yeah, here's the verdict. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. That's the verdict. Not all hope is lost just yet. Let's see how we draw. Bog. that's not bad. Well, that's that. These were the 2 worst draws in the entire deck. Fuck. Big time. God damn it. Fuck, man. That really sucks. Yeah, we really need to catch a break there. We really need to catch a break. Oh, we just drew horribly. So now the flagstones are just dead. Like they don't get anything. And yeah, this is all sorts of trouble. Yeah, mulligan into 4 and then getting completely owned by super rough. Mulligan into 4 and then getting super unlucky and just drawing the worst possible cards in multiple situations. So rough. We are, however, up on clock, and yeah, I really struggle to see how we're gonna win from here, though. I really struggle to see how we're gonna win from here. Now they're gonna have Mystic Sanctuary Cryptic going. I already used my bog. Yeah, this is all sorts of bad news. Okay, we can probably back it in at this point. I'm going to use rule 103, 104.3a. Oh, I want to cut Steve's. Damn it. Eidolons? Yeah, I think Eidolons are better than Steve. Steve is really bad because the matchups go really late, and you just run out of basics very often. Getting a basic planes is weird. Steve not invited to the campfire. That's cute. They can't cast Ashiok here. Fairy. Sure. So they're sacrificing their Tef. Do they have force for this? It's kind of weird. Yeah. This puts a little bit more pressure in play. Remember when my opponent cast Brought Back? I love how excited they were too. Yeah, it finally worked. They said it was impossible. They said it was a joke, but I finally did it. Finally did it. We're like, nah. How about nah? Destroyed opponent's dreams? Yes. Precisely. Speaking of destroying opponent's dreams, I think I'm gonna tech edge them. I think we just pass. Upkeep, tech edge them. Basically, I'm completely terrified of my opponent having access to Teferi. Like Teferi seems like big Teferi, that is. Seems like the way that I lose this game. Gonna tell if this deck is good or if Fran is just being Fran and casually fire with any pile. I mean, I think that it's actually good. Either Gust. Sure. Let's put it on top. This is actually a pretty solid card. And then say yes. What are the chances my opponent has like mana leaks and shit? I think I want to go get Raminab. Just gonna play Reclaimer Sego. I think it's probably a nice FNM deck with not tier 1. Yeah, I never said this deck was tier 1. Aim to Torak, thank you for the follow. I don't think this is a tier 1 deck by any means. It's looking kind of pretty fucking good right about now, if I'm being honest. think this is a tier 1 deck. Oh yeah, you love to see it. Even if they counter this a little Amber Skull. We're gonna get ramming up here, I think. Trying to see what the best course of action is here. How to best play around whatever my opponent could have. Because I can't really tech edge. So this plays around Mana Leak. Big Pog, I guess. And now the question is... The question now is, would I rather allow my opponent to untap or would I rather activate Flagstone? I think I'd rather activate Flagstones. Yeah. No respect for Verdict. It's fine. Like if they Verdict, I just sack this, I go get a field, and I just resolve Golos. So it's not Verdict. It's not even that bad for me. So I am playing around Supreme Verdict by just deploying the correct threats at the correct time. But like, I need to be ahead enough, right? Like I need to put real pressure on my opponent. Another 4-on-1. Another 4-on-1. Actually, that was a really, really good showing for the Tectonic Edge. Did we play Goblins? Yeah, I think our only loss... I think we started 0-1 this league. No. This was a Goblins player. Our only loss this league was to Gobos. But the new version that Zach Allen was showing with Groom Golly, which is cool. This deck is just good. It's felt good. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. All I can really say is I bought my cards. All I can really say is that I bought my cards. And I have... The only cards that I'm missing to build a deck in paper are the Gargaroth and the third copy of Call. I made sure that I have a copy of all the other cards in this deck right now. And it's just been insane fun. Like that is a big part of it. Like I feel like I'm still missing lines. Like either today, like I should have won. I should have won against the match that we lost in this league. I should have actually won, but I just had a brain fart and I could have killed my opponent with. I thought that I was resolving a Titan trigger, but I was actually resolving a Golos trigger, so I could only get one land. But that one land was enough to kill my opponent. But I was just stupid. Do I own Primeval Titan? I own 9 copies of the card Primeval Titan. Double Tech Edge when the opponent has 4 lands is fire. Yep. Tech Edge when you can go call for your Ramnip Excavator. It's pretty solid. Also, you can Ewit back your Tech Edge as well. What about Gargaroth? Are you solving it? No. I don't. This is the flexist of all slots. This is the flexist of all the slots. This is the card that has been more disappointing overall. Though against prowess, it kind of does some stuff. Like you're forcing your opponent to have double bolt, which is okay. Honestly, Sprite mode ticket is in play with Renin 6. Been trying Shalai in the flex spot. It has overperformed against prowess. Interesting. The times that I played Shalai in the flex slot, my opponent just like bolted it, and that was it. Wolven Well Hydra is a spicy fighter. Yeah, I'm not looking for spicy cards. I don't care about spicy cards. I care about cards that win. Also, Wolven Well Hydra it's a 6-drop, so it's worse than Primetime and it's worse than Golos. Shalai is a 3-4, so they need 2 bolts. Yeah, but the problem is that is not enough against prowess, right? Requiring your opponent to have 2 bolts is not enough against prowess because they will have the 2 bolts. And the worst part is that they will have the bolt plus Lava Dart, which is even worse for us. And against Burn, I don't think that we need help. Like the match that I won today against Burn was kind of insane. Like my opponent would turn 1 Gobo, turn 2 Swift Spear plus something else, and like they had the nut draw. Like it was a really proactive, really good draw, great curve, and we still were able to stabilize and then win from there. That match was so sick. Huge win against Burn. Yeah, it was pretty. I was very impressed. I was very impressed. What kind of card are you hoping for from Zendikar? I usually am not in that kind of... I'm not hoping for cards to get printed. I just see at the cards... I just see the cards that get printed and see how they fit in the decks that I like to play. So I'm not like expecting that X, Y, or Z card is gonna get printed. It's just a matter of like... I'm gonna be looking at the spoilers and I'm gonna try to see which holes might get filled by the printed cards. Could we play some flyers and wait for evasion? Why? We have reach creatures. We don't have flyers, but we don't really need flyers. Honestly, what I would like is just like a good Aven Mind Sensor. Like I wish I could play Aven Mind Sensor and be happy about it, you know? Nightfall, thank you for the follow. I wish I could play Mind Sensor and be like, yeah, Mind Sensor is actually a solid card that I'm happy to put in my deck. But like I was basically just playing Mind Sensor because my Scape Shift matchup is nigh unwinnable. So, and then you Mind Sensor and you might cheese them out, but like they are gonna have the bolt because they cast like 700 euros and they have like 10 cards in hand or something. So Shalai just has a lot of incidentally valuable text. It's a flyer, so you can block Stormwind, and even in the worst case, it can pop your creatures to add counters to your 2/2 zombies and beat their 2/2 zombies. Yeah, like Shalai was in my deck, Cadbury Clinker. Like I actually played Shalai and I cut it because I wasn't impressed by it. So like I know what the card does. I know the holes that it's supposed to fix, but in my experience, it just doesn't, and that's my problem. Can't wait for another Mythic Wall of Text cycle. I love also that they printed this card for the same converted mana cost as Baneslayer, except this card is like significantly better in literally every metric. Like it's bigger, it blocks Baneslayer just the same. It attacks and blocks, and it draws a card whenever it attacks and blocks. So it's just like, it's strictly better Baneslayer in every single way, shape, and form. And it was printed in the same set as Baneslayer. That is like the funniest thing. It's like, you look at this card and you put it right next to Baneslayer, which is also mythic at 5 CMC, but it's white. And you really see what Wizards is doing about green versus other colors. Like it's rough. It's rough. This was a tough set for Baneslayer, really, if you think about it. But it's really funny. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.